Well, it's a big step in the historic change between the United States and Cuba, as President Obama is getting ready to spend his first full day in the island nation after arriving yesterday. Now, this is the first time a sitting president has visited Cuba in nearly 90 years. It comes a little more than a year after the president announced a shift in relations with the communist country. News 6 reporter Kirsten O'Connor is following this historic visit for us. And Kirsten, what is on the president's schedule for today?
It's a full agenda, David. The president will start this morning with a wreath-laying ceremony to remember a Cuban revolutionary, and later will sit down with a formal meeting with Cuban President Raul Castro. For weeks, work crews in Havana have been preparing for the president's arrival. Restoring and repaving roads, applying fresh coats of paint to homes and businesses. Many Cubans say they're hopeful this visit will pave the way for more acceptance between the island nation and the U.S.
I think that we are going to have some changes, but it's going to be slowly.
President Obama and his family arrived at the U.S. Embassy yesterday.
It's been nearly 90 years since a U.S. president stepped foot in Cuba. It is wonderful to be here. Back in 1928, President Coolidge came on a battleship. It took him 3 days to get here. It only took me 3 hours.
The first family toured Old Havana, stopping at the old cathedral. During his next speech today, the White House says the president will be talking about expanding human rights for the Cuban people, talking about freedom of speech and freedom of the press.
I think that people want to hear from Obama honesty. They want to see what he actually believes and respect for the Cuban sovereignty and what we believe in.
This evening, the president will wind down his trip with an American pastime on Cuban soil. He'll have prime seats for an exhibition baseball game between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Cuban national team. Now, a lot of people weighing in about the president's historic trip, including Donald Trump, who tweeted that Obama was disrespected because Raul Castro did not greet the president when he landed there. The White House responded saying it was never contemplated or discussed that Castro would be at the airport. Bridget?
Thanks, Kirsten.